Hello, welcome to Emporium. So you're probably wondering, what is all this stuff in front of me? Well, today instead of doing a tarot reading, I'm going to be teaching how to make another witchy item. So to continue my series. Sorry I've not been posting very much or anything like that on my social medias, guys. We're up to 500 followers. I am so happy, but I've been sick with an abscess. I have a condition called psoriasis, and sometimes, well, I take medications to help suppress my immune system to fight off my psoriasis. And sometimes, well, I get more bacteria and stuff in my body and I get sick very easy. So I had to take some time off and to deal with an abscess so I didn't get poisoned or septic. I was on heavy duty antibiotics and I was on heavy duty painkillers for it. So without further ado, so what are we making today? So this is going to be a very odd video. Well, not odd, but we're making hotfoot powder. Now, what the heck is hotfoot powder? So hotfoot powder is a banishing powder that a lot of Voodooans, Hoodoos, the Placians, the Oztecs, American magic and witchcraft. So hotfoot powder is a powder that's used in witchcraft to banish anything or anybody and make the target to heat up their foot to make the person leave where they are. Now that could be anything from a stalker, unwanted guest, a love rival, anybody that is bullying you, neighbors, anybody of any sort that you don't want in your presence. This is heavy duty. It's almost like a banishment powder, but with a little kick. So it urges the person or the target that you're choosing to cast upon to make this person leave, to go, and to not want to come back. So it's like a finale thing. So without further ado, basically that's what it is. You can put this powder on candles. You can put this powder on your front door, or on the front of your property or around the circumference of your property if it's a stalker. Now, unless you have access to the person's place where they walk or where their property is, even though I wouldn't suggest it because everyone's got like cameras and footages and stuff like that. The traditional way you do it is you sprinkle along the path where the person walks, and as you're doing that, you tell the powder what to do, and specifically, now you can put a name paper, a petition, and burn the person's name of who you want to get rid of. But also too, traditionally you would sprinkle it inside their shoes so that they would leave and not come near you, or you sprinkle it upon their property. The whole trick with this powder too is to blend in actual real dirt from somewhere, which we will discuss in a minute, which each ingredient does, so that you understand why and what and such and things that you can substitute if you don't have these concurring ingredients. So, and also too, I know I keep saying that, but you can also put this in essential oils too. So to get rid of somebody, you would want to put a castor oil with this hotfoot powder, or if all else does fail, then you would want to put something like a baby oil or mineral oil. And I would normally say also to olive oil, but olive oil's for about success and stuff like that. Unless you want to really drive it and you have nothing else, then yeah, you want to successfully get the target out. And also too, you could put things like clear quartz to amplify the energy. But without further ado, let's discuss what's in this stuff. Okay, so the first ingredient we want to put, and a substitute for this, we want to put black pepper. And I know it's the whole Irie thing. The reason why we want to put black pepper is black pepper will cause a person to feel irritated. It is a pepper, so, and also too, it will cause, like, it's oftentimes in banishment spells and stuff, we want to put black pepper. So black pepper would be a major starting point with this powder. It will cause the person to irritate, be, irritable and stuff like that, and not understand where their misfortune is coming from. That's another thing with the black pepper. The black pepper will do that. Now, normally that is the basis. So black pepper. we want to get dirt from the crossroads or a busy road or somewhere where a lot of people, or preferably where this person walks. We want to gather dirt from either their property or near where they walk or known to walk. Now you want to stick this a lot into here, or dirt from a busy road if you can't access their property, or if you've been summoned away from the property, or the person you obviously don't want to be, you know, charged with illicit stalking or anything like that. So we want to put dirt preferably from where they're walking, or, you know, because the whole point is to target them, right? So you want to put it somewhere where they're close by to their house or near their house, or preferably, or if not, if you can't have access, if it's a faraway target, put dirt from a busy road or where a person normally, like where there's a lot of movement, traffics, or at a crossroads, or an absolution if you never want to see this person ever again, a cemetery. Because again, that speaks about absolution, that speaks about, you know, ending some permanence. So if you want the person, let's just say if you have a stalker, you would want to use something like, what's it called, cemetery dirt. Or if you want basically for the person to move along or move away, or if it's in this case a love rival or whatever, you would want the person to basically move along. So the whole point of the crossroads are roads, and crossroads is protective or blessings, or again, for your target to move to another target or another place. You know, cross, yes, and also cross to bear. So initially, you want this person to move along. Whether you want to be nice about it, because hotfoot powder, I'm not going to lie, it's not the nicest powder. It's not going to curse or hurt somebody. At its weakest, hotfoot powder should just basically banish a person. But if you want them to move along and really get the hell out of there, then you want to go do something more intense. Now, again, I offered alternate different types of dirts that you could use in the thing, but if you don't want to use dirt, mullein is another one, or patchouli, something earthy smelling to get your target away, and it's often used in cursings or different types of banishments. So that's that one. So the next one we want to do is chili powder or cayenne or any type of hot. Now remember, pick your degree of hotness. How badly do you want this person to go away? And also too, if it's, let's just say, a love rival, chili powder is pretty tame, but if you really, really want them to go away and really want to break apart from somebody or to be banished, the hotter the pepper, the more intensified the results are. It will get a target to argue, conflict, misfortune. You know, if you're trying to get like your neighbor to move, this will cause fights, tensions, and this will cause like why, like all this stuff's happening to them. They won't understand why. Ooh, let me just open this up a little bit. Okay. Now, like I said, the whole point of the chili powder is to cause irritation. Anything that's a pepper, like whether it's black pepper or any type of thing with capsaicin, it's going to cause irritation. It's going to cause headaches. It's going to cause like misfortune and stuff like that. And the person's going to be like, why is all this happening? Why is all this happening? Well, because that's the whole point. We want the target to leave, right? Okay. Now, this ingredient, sulfur, it smells like crap. Now, sulfur removes things. So oftentimes, sulfur will be put into things like hotfoot powders and stuff, because initially, hotfoot powder is for removing a target. Sulfur removes things. Ugh. Try not to breathe sulfur in, and if you're burning on candles, make sure you're in a ventilated area. Sulfur can be poisonous. Sulfur can be difficult if you're breathing it in. So like I said, you want to use sulfur for that. And also, if you can't find sulfur, which you can mostly in home hardware stores, or if you don't want to simply use it, because I don't blame you, it smells like rotten eggs when you burn it. You can also use things like hing, aka asafoetida or hing, which can be found at an Indian store or some type of store that sells that product, or you can use something like ginger to speed things up. But to really remove something, I in this, my personal blend, I would actually be putting both sulfur and asafoetida, because we really want the target to get the hell out of there. So that's a substitute you can use. Now, the last ingredient, this is very weird, charcoal. Charcoal can also be used alternatively, if you have hexing black salt, you can throw that in here too. Now, why would we want to use charcoal? Charcoal conceals things. People, if you're targeting a specific individual, they're going to wonder why they're having such bad luck and not attuned to where it's coming from. Charcoal is made out of something black. Black is a color that is really conceals things and stuff like that. So let's put a little bit in here because we don't want it all to be black. Remember, we want to camouflage it. You want to put a little bit more from where you got the dirt from, comparing to all the other stuff, because we're trying to camouflage this this powder so that it kind of looks more like the dirt outside versus all the other stuff, because we don't want to make a target aware. So if you happen to basically go on someone's property, which do be careful guys, to do this powder to banish somebody, make sure A, you're not caught, and 2, make sure you camouflage it well so that you know, don't look like it's that if you're being obvious trying to do something to somebody and that they basically target you, or they realize like what you're doing in preciseness and they blame you for it, right? We don't want any charges of anything. And yes, you have that right as a Wiccan to practice your craft and stuff, but you know, you don't want to be caught and then thrown in jail for trespassing, or you know. So sorry, I was just mixing it all together. But what you do when you're mixing this powder, you want to go counterclockwise because you're trying to move somebody away from you. I'll add a little bit. Fuck it, I'll add the rest of this. You want to add, basically, why you want to go counterclockwise instead of clockwise is because you want your target to go away from you, not towards you. Now, if you want your target to come towards you, you would go clockwise. Now, this would be counterclockwise. So, clockwise, no. You want to go this way. Counterclockwise. Okay, I'm just putting a little bit more of the charcoal. Now, like I said, I usually sometimes too add hexing black salt, hint hint. That's going to probably be the next video. Black salts, how to make black salts in 2 different ways, hint hint. I may do that video next. So you're trying to mix it counterclockwise, and as you're mixing this powder counterclockwise, because this is a demo, whatever intentions you have, sorry, I'm just breaking up the last bit of my charcoal. Whatever you choose to believe in your faith and stuff, if you're utilizing this powder, remember, it's been utilized in many different cultures, this powder. So whatever gods or goddesses or spirits or loas or anything that you pray to, now would be the good time. Let me just put the rest of this into my mortar and pestle. Whatever gods or goddesses that you choose to worship, let's put a little bit more cayenne or chili. This would be a good time to say your different types of prayers or your offerings, or if you make this in front of your goddess or gods, that you pray and you know, give their homage and pray that whatever this is that you want it to do, and you program your spiritual item to do what you want it to do. So so normally you would pray, whether you're blessing it through sorry, my hands are all like black from the charcoal. So if you're Christian, you pray to your Christian God or whatever deity god that you worship, you would imbuke it. Now, you would want to what's it called? Stir this in counterclockwise motion 13 times. 13 times to and you want to pray your spells to it, or you want to pray your little chants, or you program it to tell it what to do, because if you don't, it's just powder. You have to set your intentions with it when you're doing this. So you have to say your intentions and what you want this powder to do. Or if you're really having a person to target, like neighbors and stuff, you can get a person's name, date of birth, year of birth, who they are, and their birthday and all that stuff, and you write a petition and you burn the petition, and it will target that specific individual. So you do this counterclockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, if you feel stirring it 13 times isn't still good enough, what you can do, and also too, if you also want to make sure it's finely grounded up too, because yes, it is trying to camouflage dirt. It may look a little clumpy and lumpy and, you know, have a little bit of sticks and twigs, but guess what? We're camouflaging. Because you don't want to make it obvious that, hey, you know, because you use whatever you have on deck, but preferably, the whole point is you don't want it to look like, you know, too red from the cayenne. You don't want it to look too black from the charcoal. You don't want it looking too, like out of place, because we're trying to camouflage this to make sure if we have to target a specific individual, or if you're bold enough to throw this on their property, that it camouflages with the dirt on the ground if they live in a house or whatever. Or, you know, like you said, if you want to put it on candles, you know, you play with the recipe as you will. Okay, so now that we have this all in, do your prayers and chants. Just say, you know, because again, I'm not Christian or anything like that. You pray to whatever deity you say, and say, I set the intention for this hotfoot powder to, and then you say your intentions. So for example, to protect me from any wrongdoers, from any enemies, from any stalkers, any love rivals, anybody that has ill will intent towards me. So you would say it like that, and I will bless this afterwards off camera, because, well, my prayers and stuff to what I do is private, and we have to have indiscriminate private between viewer and YouTubers. So that's that for that one, and this is what it should look like. So let me try to get this in without making a mess. And there you go. This is your hotfoot powder. Now, I know it doesn't seem like very much, but some people make batches and batches of this stuff, and, you know, like I said, the whole point, and I know it looks kind of gross, and it's like, well, what's the point of this? You know, like I said, you can also add in chili or anything hot in here, but the whole point with this one is specifically camouflage. So we successfully made some hotfoot powder. So if you have somebody that won't leave you the hell alone, or if you got people that just want to mess with you a little bit harder, put this a little bit on your target, and, you know, with that. And I'm looking for my lid. I don't know where the hell my lid has went. Well, anyway, if you like what you see, if you want to see more witchy items and witchy recipes being made, please do like, comment, subscribe. You know, it is free. I'd like for you guys to interact in the comment section and give me feedback and stuff like that, if that's possible. You know, like, comment, share it out to the algorithms so that other people can utilize these witchy items and stuff. And I shall see you later. Bye for now. Peace out.